off 50 pounds of fat while gaining lean muscle without sacrificing either goal. The fitness industry told me that it was BS, but I discovered a 5-step system that works. My clients are now achieving the exact same results. Today, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can too. The first thing is a muscle building formula. So what does that mean? So most people see protein as this like 1 gram of protein per pound of goal body weight. That's probably what you've been told. That's what everybody tells you to do, but they are wrong. If you are trying to build muscle and burn fat, it's a sliding scale. 1.2 grams of protein up to 1.6 grams of protein. So it's a scale and it just depends on how fat you are. If you're very fat, you need less protein. Stick to the 1.2 end of the range of the scale. If you're very skinny and low in body fat, then you increase your protein. It makes so much sense. It's just common sense. Surely you know what I'm talking about when I say that. So you've got a scale. On the low end, 1.2, that's 1.2 grams per pound of goal body weight. If you want to be 200 pounds, that means multiply 1.2 by 200 if you are on the overweight side. Now, on the other hand, if you are very, very skinny and you need to put weight on, you're on the high end, 1.6. Let's say you want to get to 220 pounds. That means you multiply 1.6 by 220. And that is the amount of protein that you need to have every single day. So if you follow along with that, stick with me because I've got a lot more and it's good stuff. So this is something that I learned myself through trial and error, through studying the likes of, all the big guys that you can probably think of, Mike Israetel, Jeff Nippard, you name it, I probably bought the program. So in this video, I'm giving it all away to you for free. So hopefully it's of some value to you. Now, the second thing, after you have figured out the protein, and this one is probably going to be something you think is second step of 2. You're going to think it's very basic, generic advice, but it's not. So what is it? It is the strategic calorie deficit. Big difference. It's strategic, not just calorie deficit. So the difference here is that we're talking in terms of 8 to 12 weeks. After 8 to 12 weeks, you need to come back out of your calorie deficit. If you stay in that deficit, you will start to eat into the muscle that you've gained during the phase. So we need to come back up to maintenance. So you're probably wondering, how do I know how many calories am I supposed to have? So firstly, just go on to any of the general calorie deficit calculators that you can find online. Use the data that they give you. They might say you can have 2,000 calories for every day and you will be able to lose half a kilo a week. You want to lose just less than half a kilo a week. If you're losing any more than half a kilo a week, it is muscle. It is muscle. I don't care what anyone tells you. If you're losing over 0.5 of a kilo of fat, it's going to be muscle. You can't lose more than that without it eating into your muscle. So that's really important. But now, when it comes to the calorie deficit I'm talking about, you want to use what the data says on the calorie tracker. So if it says 2,000 calories a day, that's what you're going to do for 1 week. For 7 days, eat 2,000 calories. At the end of the 7 days, check the scales, just like you checked at the start. See where your weight is. If your weight is gone up, then that means maybe you need to reduce your calories more if your goal here is to burn fat and build muscle. Now, on the other hand, if your weight has drastically reduced, so you started the week at say 80 kilo and the end of the week you're 78 kilo, you've lost 2 kilo in a week. Okay, it's time to increase the amount of calories we have. Do you see how it works? So that way, we're not going off of some random thing that's on the internet. We're going off of real live data. So that way, when we figure out, okay, I can have 2,200 calories this week, so increase it by 100 every single week until you're happy with the amount of weight that you are gaining or losing. And it's really important that I preface this whole strategy that I just talked about by saying to you, no longer than 12 weeks. If you're doing over 12 weeks, come back up, come to maintenance, sit there for just 4 weeks, just a month, give your body a break, give your mind a break, give every part of your body a little bit of a rest, a reset, and then you can go back into the deficit if you want to. Or you can think about maybe going into a gaining phase, a bulking phase, whatever it might be. But burning fat, building muscle at the same time is extremely achievable with this strategy. Now, there's 2 more steps to it. If you don't cover these 2, there is 0% chance that you are actually going to be able to burn fat and build muscle. All of this group together allows for that to happen. And so the next thing that we must talk about is the exercises that actually transform your body. So there's so many exercises out there. There's hundreds of them, thousands of them probably. But at this point, there's only a few that actually move the needle for you. You don't need to go to the gym 6 days a week. You don't need to go to the gym 7 days a week. You don't even need to go 5, maybe not even 4. If you can go to a gym consistently just 3 days a week, you can make the exact same amount of progress as someone that is going 6 days a week. Not only that, but you can burn fat and build muscle at the exact same time. How do we do that? By picking the most important exercises: squats, deadlifts, bench press. These are all compound movements. These work multiple parts of your body, and you need to use them, because we're not just people that are athletes or gym influencers or whatever else you want to call it. Probably have a day job, probably have a wife, probably have kids, probably have friends, probably have a life outside of the gym that is important to you. And so I don't expect you to go to the gym 10 days of the week, which is impossible. But you know what I'm trying to say. You need to just go 3 days a week, and you just need to focus on the compound exercises. These are the needle movers. They allow for the rest of your exercises and everything else to go so much better. You get so much more bang for your buck. We're looking to do 20% of the work and get 80% of the results. And by sticking to squats, deadlifts, and bench press, this can do that. So every single, say you go to the gym 3 days a week. One of the days you should be benching, the next day squatting, the next day deadlifting. And this needs to stay that way for a period of time. Now, there's other exercises that we can talk about, and yes, you're not just going to do them and leave the gym. Although you probably could, because the most important factor here that I just kind of touched on was food and being in a calorie deficit. But if you're taking this serious and you want to burn fat, build muscle, I do really think that an hour, just over an hour maybe if you want to push it, so anywhere between 40 to 75 minutes is a good solid workout. And so with that in mind, there is like 2 or 3 exercises that you can do. You can do a range, push, pull, legs. There's a bunch of them free in my community down below. Just join, it's free to join, and there's workout programs in there that you can use for free. You can do a 1 hour a week plan that I've just designed. It's fucking sick. Check that out, totally free. But the fourth, step 4. So what is that? That is that recovery matters. If you're training in the gym 3 times a week and you are eating right, you're in a calorie deficit of probably in a range of no more than 500 calories of a deficit should you be in. If you're in over a 500 calorie deficit, it's too strong, it's too powerful. I don't care if you're massively overweight. It's just not sustainable, and it's too difficult to do long term. So we need to put you into a calorie deficit that is no more than 500, but no less than 200. We want to actually see some results here, but we also don't want to starve. So there's a mid-range that you need to find. It's very dependent for every person. That's another important point to remember. But if it comes to recovery, there's one thing that determines absolutely everything. And if you can guess what it is right now, I'd be very impressed. It is the bed. No, it's sleep. You need to sleep. That's the most important thing. Fuck the ice baths, fuck the saunas, fuck the whatever the hell else crap they're trying to tell you online. Just sleep for 8 hours every single day. Just focus on getting that right, dial that in, and everything else will become easy. I know you can't push a button to sleep. I know it's not time to sleep. Bop. I know it's not that easy, but you can do it. And there's a few ways that I have found that can help with that. So if you wanted to sleep for 8 hours a night, warm shower before you go to bed. That gets your body nice and warm. So when you get into bed, your body naturally starts to cool down. This allows your body to be at the correct temperature to sleep. When you wake up, first thing you want to do is elevate your heart rate as high as you possibly can. This spikes the cortisol that goes off in your brain. That has to happen every 24 hours. There's a natural cortisol spike in your brain that goes off, and you want it to come as early in the day as possible, because the later in the day it comes, the harder it is for your body to start to switch off. An hour before bed, reading, meditation. No phone time. I'm as guilty as you, but get your phone and throw it out the window. Do not leave it in your room. It's so bad for you. It helps you with nothing. When it comes past 10 o'clock at night, no good decisions are ever made. Just leave your phone outside, use a proper alarm clock, or at the very least, just put your phone at the door as far away from you as possible for the last hour of going to bed. There's also a 3-2-1 rule that you can follow if you're looking to sleep good. So 3 hours before bed, no food. 2 hours before bed, no water. 1 hour before bed, no screen time. Bang, that's your recovery sorted. No other BS. Fifth thing, final thing, smart cardio approach. What does that mean? So there's a couple ways to do cardio. Now, I've been speaking to a lot of online coaches the last little while, and some of them will tell you, oh, do this form of cardio, do the Stairmaster, do the treadmill, do the blah, 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 blah. Whatever the hell you want to do, you got to do cardio. That's the facts. You want to burn fat, you want to build muscle, cardio must be done. I don't care. I know it's an awful thing to hear. I know it's shit. I hate it as much as you. Turn on a podcast, turn on a YouTube video you like, listen to some music, do something productive with the time. There's probably 100 different things you can do that can actually benefit your life. So pick one of them. Modern Wisdom, recommend that podcast to my granny. It's absolutely epic if you're looking for something to binge on that's really valuable and insightful, and the host is a sick guy, so would recommend that 10 out of 10 if you're looking for something to do. But in terms of what cardio to do, there's a few. I personally like incline walking. I believe that it gets you the V taper, because when you walk, you're eroding the sides. But that's bro science. Is that factual? Absolutely not. That's just what I personally believe. I think having an incline walk while you are getting your steps in is so effective. But most importantly, you want to be hitting a step count of like 8 to 12k. If you're looking to get lean, we don't have a choice. We do not have a choice. I wish there was an alternative. I wish there was something that allowed you to not do cardio. But if you have successfully implemented all of these steps, just to recap. So to get yourself the correct amount of protein, 1.2 to 1.6 sliding scale, depending if you're fat, you want to be on the low end. If you're skinny, you want to be on the high end. Next is a strategic calorie deficit. No more than 500 calories, no less than 200. Then there's the exercises. What ones? Doesn't matter, as long as you stick to compound, less than 75 minutes in the gym every day. Compound, squats, deadlifts, bench press. Final thing, fourth thing, recovery damn matters. Go to bed, sleep for 8 hours a night. That's all I ask. Last thing, smart cardio approach. 8 to 12k steps every single day. Don't care if you get them in the morning, don't care if you get them in on your lunch break when you're working, don't care if you get them in just before you are about to go to bed. I don't care if you're about to go to bed and you haven't got your steps in. Get outside and go do your steps, because you will thank me, because that is the best way to get lean. So if this was helpful and you want to know more, like, subscribe and watch this video right here.